on in this series. I just, like everybody else, watched the series between the only boss and Tavern, and it was quite a close one. So I hope we're gonna see at least as good as the series between Kaiser and in September. I think we'll call
Yeah,
him like that.
the more close series, the better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Germany against China. I think no surprise from Kaiser with the Germany pick. I think it makes a lot of sense on Ozarks as well with the two mines in base, and the hunts are a little bit hard to get to, so you can raid a little bit. Um, I honestly don't know what September plays at all, so I'm not sure if I should be surprised about China or what he usually does with China.
Uh, I've never seen him play China. I know he plays Spain. He played a lot of British at some point. But yeah, not sure about China. So yeah, we'll see. And Kaiser is going for the confident main pick in this game number one, which makes sense. It's also a good map for Germany.
Yep. Looks like September's going to be going for two village start. Pretty standard. Not going to be grabbing an early TP though. So it might slow him down a little bit later on, but overall, like he'll be up a little bit faster to H2 and maybe be able to make use of that somehow. Maybe you're going to play a little bit of H2. I know some people like to do like this semi FF with like 7 step riders, or maybe even like make the castle and go for the step rider and the Keshik army. Maybe we'll see something like that this game.
Yeah, definitely viable option versus Germany. Kaiser though, what do you reckon he's got in mind? It could be anything. Yeah, I know he like tried a billion different builds versus China. There's the obviously crossbow bike semi trying to siege some villages. There's also the standard FF, another FF with the forward tower as well, trying to put some pressure on. But yeah, a lot of different stuff viable.
Yeah, and I think like again, like I've actually never played against September, I think, on TE. And I've not really watched many of his games, but I know he has a tendency to sometimes play very unorthodox, right?
Yeah. That's true. I think he's capable of doing a bit of everything. Really, he could play really standard and like follow the main build, or try to do something quite different.
Okay,
But
well I'm excited to see what he chooses to do.
yeah, it looks like Kaiserklein was trying to go for this 80-foot treasure and decided not to, and then changed his mind once again because he spotted the Spanish dog. So probably doesn't want to take many risks for that. But looks like he's gonna get it.
Yeah, it is definitely a little bit risky to be going for this with Germany, like taking all this damage on your explorer uh, this early in the game, like could maybe limit his ability to get a trading post, but he doesn't get snared, so he'll probably be able to get back to his town center and then maybe go build a trading post after.
Yep.
Definitely,
Oh,
definitely a
little
bit
bit of
risky
luck,
though.
and he's gonna get snared though.
Yeah, that was a really nice block.
Yeah. This explorer is probably gonna die. One dog, one disciple, plus the Chinese monk might just be too much.
Yeah, and if it
Oh.
doesn't die, like it's certainly going to be very low HP, and if you just put like each one of these units on one of the TPs, you'll be able to spot where he goes and deny it. So at this point, it's looking like Kaiser is going to have to fall back on a church for XP, maybe, or maybe just wait till H2 to construct the trading post.
But yeah, it looks like he will manage to survive. The dog being quite a bit far away. But yeah, researching Gang Soul a bit late. So do you reckon he's gonna change his mind? Probably not gonna go for the trading post and go for either a tower rush or a forward barracks or something like that.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a tower rush. Yeah, there we go. Tower getting placed by the settler wagon there. Um, that's a good adaptation when you're not going to be able to build a TP. Um, and it's also something that he knew September was going to have trouble scouting, right? Because all three of the units were on the other side of the map chasing down his explorer, so he was able to get that settler wagon up there without
Right.
being spotted. So it could be a bit of a surprise here.
Yeah, and exactly as you were mentioning earlier, September is just having all these scouts around looking for that German explorer trying to build a TP, and the tower is just outside of his line of sight.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Like just camping these TPs is actually denying him information about what he's doing. He's sending the monk to go scout Kaiser's base now to try and figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's definitely a good adaptation from him, and I really like the a good adaptation from Kaiser rather, and I really like the putting the scouts in there trying to deny the TP. I think it's really smart.
yeah, and I mean, luckily for September, he decided to go for an H2 play. So gonna drop the War Academy and sending 9 Quaint Pac-Man first. Didn't see the tower, but yeah, these spikes will.
Looks like maybe he was just planning to do a Ming semi. Like he's got macro kind of perfectly for the Ming army, with the Keshik and the 2 pikes. But against the tower rush, this isn't exactly what you're gonna want.
Yeah, it's true. Also, this Chinese monk is gonna try to come back under TC. And yeah, 8 bows. The Kaiser train. Okay, he's training pikes as well, so not gonna be additional crossbows.
Yeah,
But
losing the monk here too. This is tricky suddenly.
yeah,
Uh,
losing that big boy. Kind of wanted
yeah,
to tank as many shots as possible and do DPS and convert some crossbow into disciples and all these things that he's capable to do. September is gonna get another shipment anytime soon, but yeah, he's gonna get idled a bit by these crossbows, forcing some deals to garrison. 7 Steppy next. What do you think of that? Would you rather send Steppy or Chuganus in this situation?
hmm. Well, I think there's kind of pros and cons to both. Like these step riders, like you can be a bit annoying with them. Like maybe you just go raid with the step riders and the Keshiks, and then like how does Kaiser defend that easily? He can't just send Ulans because of the Keshiks, and if
Right,
his
yeah.
herding is not great, you can do some damage, but in the fight, they're not going to be very useful because he doesn't have any Chukonu to kill a pikeman. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's definitely pros and cons to it.
Yeah, and it looks like he's not sure what he's gonna do with them either. Looks like he's sending them to raid. Or just maybe patrolling, trying to spot Kaiserklein's army, trying to get some intel,
Yeah,
perhaps. And
hoping to maybe also hoping to just spot some Ulans that are trying to sneak around or something and catch them.
yeah. So Kaiser is just training batches of crossbows and pikes. He followed up his 8 bows with 3 settler wagons, I believe.
Yep. Is your game dying?
Uh,
It show-
I don't know. When I click the home
Yeah,
city, sometimes it just
it's
freezes
just
for 5
just
seconds.
loading the home city. But it shows the shipments there on the bottom. So yeah, the shipment order was indeed the
Oh
8
yeah,
crossbow
true.
into the 3 settler wagons. So very calm shipment order, not being like too all in or anything. Just applying a little bit of pressure and then making sure he still hits his economy rolling.
Right. He's got another one ready, and it looks like he's gonna be 700 coin. Curious to see how he's gonna spend that. Is he gonna add a stable maybe? But it looks like he's going for a push right now, and a Paul Pikeman stuck in the War Academy. Didn't do his homework, so he had to stay to do extra hours.
Just bad timing, staying there a little bit too late. But yeah, I mean,
Ooh, that could
this
be quite
push
the
here.
trap though.
Yeah, there's a lot of units here. If September has more Chukonu coming to take out these pikemen, it could be good. But the 3 Chukonu is not enough.
He's
Like
got
that's
8 on the way, but I feel like he really wants to save this War Academy.
yeah, yeah. This is tough because you don't have a good answer to these pikes at the moment. But it's going okay for him actually.
Yeah, it is. And as soon as he get these 8 extra shurikenus, suddenly he's gonna have the ranged infantry advantage and more crossbow pike than his opponent.
Yeah, that's right. But maybe bleeding out some of these pikes a little bit early. There's still some step riders alive though, but it's pretty close. I would say like Kaiser's getting the better end of this trade at the moment with the big crossbow mass in the back. But the disciples being trained. Most of the pikes are down now. Another
Actually, a
batch.
close fight, yeah. That step is still alive. More shurikenus are gonna join, but does Kaiser have... He's got a shipment ready, just...
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't gathered that 700 coin yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe just going to use them for Doppelsoldners, time it with this 3 Doppelsoldner shipment, but it's not great against Shukunus, but... I mean, at this point, he's just got more crossbows anyway. I can just zone those Shukunu away.
Yeah, right. Was kind of hoping you would drop a stable. Yeah, okay. Probably a bit later than what he would have liked initially, but should be able to add some cav as well. 300 export for September. Gonna drop that consulate with 3 villages as well.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be stuck in the second age with both civs for the time being. Kaiser just going to hold on to that gold mine and the hunt in front. I saw he built 1 teepee and he was positioning his explorer on the teepee on the left. I wonder if he's maybe thinking about going for stagecoach at some point once he feels comfortable.
Oh, okay. Little waste of export there. September aligning with Brits just before receiving the 300 export. So it's a bit unfortunate because if he decides to go for the redcoats and didn't waste that export, he could have, he could get 2 batches back to back.
Yeah, that would be really strong. That's a little bit unfortunate for sure.
Yeah. Do you think Russian Cossacks would have been an option as well, or maybe German Dops? No, you're a big fan of German consulate, but I feel like redcoats just won't do that much in this kind of H2 crossbow pike wars, but maybe I'm gonna be wrong.
I mean, the redcoats themselves aren't great, but you're getting 7% HP on all of your units as well, so in that sense, it's okay. The Cossacks definitely would have been an option, though, and yeah, Kaiser aging, just sending all of his units home, I think...
It's gonna suck his forward base,
yeah,
right?
he doesn't care if he loses it, I guess. Like, that's just 200 wood he can replace, doesn't really care about the tower. And if it means he gets up safely and September is committed to the second age with no trading post and has a hard time aging himself, then maybe he's in a good spot.
Yeah, right. I think he would have liked that tower to stay up just so he's got a forward shipment point to ship units, but yeah, it's just gonna give everything up, gonna rebuild that barracks at home. September is gonna get a lot of XP from killing these buildings and should be able to send another shipment soon. And it looks like he's macroing for an age up as well.
There's not a lot of hunt though to age, it looks like. Maybe in the back.
He should be able to secure that one though, that was under the German forward base.
Right, it's just like his vills have to walk pretty far while the 700 coin is arriving. Kaiser's in age 3, like it's gonna be hard to defend that hunt while he tries to age.
Yeah. And yeah, Kaiser kind of knows that. 12 minutes into the game, and he's gonna send his hero while the Chinese army is quite busy and try to figure out China's hunt situation and resources.
Yeah, he doesn't scout the animals in the back, so maybe not going to raid that immediately. But this is a pretty scary push potentially.
Yeah, the German explorer is gonna go down, but he's gonna spot the Wonder, so he knows exactly that China just started aging.
That's such useful information too.
Yeah, because he's got 9 Ulan on the way with Transi, so he knows that potentially...
His explorer dies right next to it as well, so he'll be able to see the progress on that the whole time.
Oh, he's gonna see the army as well, the positioning.
Yeah. That was a really, really good scout from Kaiser for sure. So he knows he has tons of time to walk in here. He can just go in, deny the villagers from building the wonder, just delay it even more.
Yeah, I feel like he could just yeah, start sieging that village, wait for his 9 Ulan's shipment on the way, and then try to pressure that wonder as soon as possible. But yeah, it looks like September is in big troubles there because he's nowhere close to aging.
Yeah, just calling the sentries now. It feels like there's just not a lot of units, and Kaiser's units are just stronger. The 9 Ulan coming in from the back, that's going to be really tough to deal with. There's some redcoats that just popped out from the consulate, catching a couple Ulans on the back, but yeah, Kaiser not playing too hasty here, just poking with the skirmishers.
Yeah, I feel like he was trying to bait China into an open field where he can maneuver his Ulans around and killing a lot of villager on this wonder as well.
Yeah, that's huge. 10 villager lead for him now. I mean, of course that doesn't count the wonders at the moment, but...
Yeah, but the entire Chinese eco is just chopping wood right now, so he won't be able to queue any units. He's got the shipments though, so has to drop a village as soon as possible, and yeah, get these shipments in queue. But yeah, looking very good for Kaiser overall. Kaiser following up with 9 Black Riders. Wow, that's just so good for his unit composition. That with them he knows he cannot die to any kind of early H3 China Cav mass.
Yep, and just playing very, very patiently. You know, takes out a couple villages, kills a lot of vills, and he doesn't stick around to wait for any like meteor hammer pop or Levin Chengdao or something. He's like, yeah, just wait for 9 Black Riders, take control of the map.
Yeah, right. Gathering safely everywhere. Does he have amalgamation? I wonder. 0.32 per second.
Nope, just placer mines. Shows on the bottom there.
Yeah. Again, okay, sorry, not used to A's new UI.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. April, gonna send 5 Meteor Hammers. I think he sent Intervention as well. Yeah, 19 redcoats overall.
Yeah, you don't normally have 19 redcoats with China. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ready.
Kaiser is gonna knock at the door again. But yeah, China down to 30 villager. A good raid while poking on the other side at the same time, but gonna lose a Ulan or two. April not paying attention though, so he lost extra 3 or 4 villagers. Gonna be 5th one now.
Yeah, getting distracted, and yeah, that 2 Ulan raid paid off massively.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like April intend to push anytime soon, but he's kind of on the timer right now and has to make something happen really soon.
Yeah, that's always a tough situation to be in when you're behind like this, and you know that your opponent's just getting further and further ahead, but you just don't have the army that you need to push. And it's just like you die a slow death in this type of game a lot of the time. So he's got to find some way. He's got to find some way to make an army that maybe Kaiser will still struggle to deal with, even if he has more units. At the moment, that's in the form of the cavalry batches, which is probably the right thing to do.
Wow. Kaiser even getting the Cav HP tech. Got Veterancy, Cavalry Cuirass, and Cavalry Combat as well, so these Ulans are gonna perform super well.
Yeah, those are super strong.
Counter-infantry rifling as well. Really not taking any risk, controlling the map, controlling the Chinese resources, not overextending on any push he's doing.
Yep, just content to poke in with the skirmishers. I think he's seen that he has the advantage with that, so he can just zone the villagers away from the animals. Just fall back again, wait a little bit longer. Maybe gonna wait for one more shipment or something and then try to end the game.
Yeah, perhaps trying to bait China into taking a bad fight around these trees where his melee units would path around as well.
Hmm.
And gonna smartly choose his angle. I'm gonna siege this village with his Ulans. And it looks like September is either going for a flank all the way around or gonna go for a counter push and try to kill some villagers meanwhile.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for the villagers. He's seen the dead hunt. He's gonna check over there. He definitely can't afford to take a straight up fight, so it's definitely the right thing to do. He's gonna spot a few villagers, but Kaiser reacting very quickly. Should be able to save most of those, and he's gonna go for a counter push himself. No villagers go down. Oh no! This cav batch just getting caught.
That's really unfortunate. September needs area units at this point. He's gonna save 3 of them. But yeah, 11 Chengdao though. That could be one of these, one of these pop where you pop the Chengdaos in the middle of, the Flying Crow though.
Yeah. Oh. Well.
That's really unlucky.
Yeah. But I mean, the situation. No, there's so much stuff here for Germany. I was gonna say if he committed underneath the town center, like maybe the 11 Chengdaos just pop out and he gets a miracle fight, but well, this is about as good as it's gonna get. There's actually gonna be Chengdao popping.
They popped from
No.
the back village. It really needed a flank, either from the TC or this village. But
Yeah,
all these
I mean,
Wunats are gonna die though.
they're still gonna get in the right position, but it's not gonna be as quickly as you would have liked. And wow, this fight actually went really well for China, all things considered. But look at that counter infantry rifling, that 11 Chengdao shipment just melted.
Oh my god, yeah. And at the end of the day, it's pretty much a massive cav trade, right? All the Ulans dying for all the China cav, basically, plus the 11 Qingdao, and now you have the situation where Germany has the upper hand on the Scum War, and he's got all his Black Riders alive as well. And counter-infantry rifling on these redcoats is just brutal.
Yeah, yeah. That change where the musketeers end up in front of your infantry mass, making this really easy for Kaiser to just pick them off. And yeah, I mean the fight was great for China, but the follow up here, like his eco is still very weak. Kaiser still has like all his Black Riders. Skirmishers are gonna slowly get traded off probably, but
yeah, but then
Emperor's still
again,
struggling for resources and stuff.
Kaiser still has like really powerful shipments. He's sending 8 Ulans, and these Ulans have like cav combat plus cavalry harass, so they're gonna destroy these Kashyyyks if they connect as well. Yeah. Doing one more from the back. And yeah, Kaiserklein got twice the score, and yeah, September is gonna call the GG.
Yeah, it was a good try. Kaiser kind of put himself into a tough position with his army, but at the end of the day, Kaiser just has twice the economy, and he can afford to lose all those units, and September can't.
You don't know he could do that, but yeah. So yeah, 1-0 for Kaiserklein, a pretty well-controlled game, I'd say. It was looking a bit dicey in H2 when China just got that forward base for free, but yeah, the counter push of the H3 units did too much damage.
Yeah, for sure.
To have a score overlay. I think I do. Let me fix that quickly.
I think the next map is Punjab. And if I know Kaiser at all, he's probably just gonna pick France, right?
Yeah, that seems like a pretty solid first pick. Yeah, okay. Scores finally showing up. So yeah,
um,
Kaiser has to pick first,
maybe,
right?
maybe you can put the scoreboard or the scoreboard over the game timeline instead of over the thing that tells you which player you're looking at.
True.
Probably have to get in game first to get it set up perfectly, but
All right, game number 2 in this best of 7, the last quarterfinal in this Legacy tournament. And no, you were wrong, Maido. Kaiser is actually going Dutch.
oh, okay. Can you adjust the scoreboard just a little bit?
Sure. Okay, should be fixed now.
Yeah, good enough. So, yeah, Dutch is interesting. Not a civ that Kaiser plays all the time, but definitely one he's still comfortable with.
Yeah, he used to play that a lot at some point, I think.
Yeah, in September, going with the Ottomans as the counter pick. I think there's a couple of different ways to play that as Ottomans. Like you can try to just FF, kind of similarly to Spain, and then you try to abuse the falconets, which Dutch struggles to deal with early on. Um, and yeah, the other option, I guess, is just like try to do a Jan Hus timing and throw him off that way.
Yeah, this seems to be the most common build order. As Ottoman is just getting that fast fortress with potentially the tower and try to go for Chan cannons composition and abuse the fact that Dutch doesn't have two cannons himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also believe you can do some kind of Chan House H2 things with Stagecoach, which should be decent as well. But yeah, we'll see what September decides to do. Went for the Musk with the TP, so he chopped 50 wood.
Yeah, I
And
think that's normally very worth it.
Tamam.
It's definitely a lot of extra XP generation. Um, yeah, I don't know. What are you expecting to see from Ottomans this game? Because Ottomans are really going to be the ones probably dictating the pace of the game, and Dutch is probably going to be playing a little bit more reactionary.
um, it's hard to say. I feel like if you want a kind of easy game to play, then you should go for the FF and just go Jan cannons and try to see how that goes. Could be the play when you're like a bit stressed to go for some kind of easy build order to execute, and mostly rely on forcing your opponent to make mistakes, stuff like that. But with April, you never know. He's got different ways to
Maybe
play, so
maybe it would be wise to take a look at the deck and see if we can get any clues.
yes, I just broke my PC again. Thanks a lot. But yeah, really standard things, right?
Okay, yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here, really. So really, everything is still on the table.
Yeah, and really the same thing for Kaiserklein. Even got 7 writers in deck.
Yeah, just having the extra military shipment there, just in case. Against the civ like Ottomans, it makes a lot of sense.
Yep, that is true. So let's see what September decides to do. He's chopping a lot of wood. Perhaps gonna drop that second trading post in transition. Looks like it's gonna be it, as he's just stopped chopping.
Yep,
And
200 wood exactly for a TP, and then yeah, a couple vills. What's he aging with?
he's aging with the governor. That's the tower, right?
Okay, yeah, so definitely definitely an FF coming here.
Yeah. Fast forward to two TPs. Still gives a lot of options. You could go 1k wood at some point as well, grab the third trading post, get stagecoach, drop a TC, try to get some kind of economy rolling.
Yeah. So the question is like, how does Kaiser respond to a tower FF once he identifies that's what's going on? His couple of options are basically probably just try to nuke the tower and then follow him up to the next stage, or maybe just try to wow, my brain. Just try to go to Fortress a little bit faster. He's building his banks in the back as well, looks like, to avoid falconets potentially. So maybe he's looking to just plan to age.
Yeah, it looks like he's macroing for a second bank, that's for sure. 700 wood is gonna be the first shipment as well. But he's gonna spot the tower. He's gonna know exactly where it goes, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some kind of, early 8 pikes. Try to get that tower down before Otto can get a Rax under that.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. You will have to wait until this bank or the 700 wood arrives before you can queue that. But yeah, I mean they should be able to kill it no problem. Like that he's positioned his Explorer on this this southern TP just to check if September tries to go for stagecoach. And maybe if maybe the Explorer is low or something like that, he can pick it off. But looks like now he's. I was gonna say he's gonna go siege the tower or something, get an extra damage on it while it's under construction, but Explorer to stop moving. But yeah, you're right. 8 pike second is gonna be the card of choice. And basically, what this is gonna allow him to do is he'll build probably a third bank with this barracks, and then ship the 8 pikes and just train a few skirmishers to kill any Jans, and then kill the tower, kill the TP, and then go up to the next age.
Right. So the thing is gonna train. Okay, training skirmishers. I feel like he could get away with an extra batch of pikes, but probably doesn't want to, as he wants to have this third bank and this market as well.
Yeah, I think an extra batch of pikes would be a little bit risky, just in case there's like a 5 Jan shipment that comes to defend the tower.
Right. Oh, and it looks like April is trying to build
Build
the
a
barracks.
barracks.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is
that's,
not gonna go up.
No, but I mean he's not gonna lose too much wood for that. It was mostly unfinished, so he'll be able to rebuild that barracks back at home. And Kaiser is committing to an 8 pike shipment, so it's not like Kaiser is doing damage for free.
Stagecoach, though.
Yeah, tower's definitely going down. Stagecoach definitely feels like it probably needs to be canceled at this point. Those pikes are probably just going to walk straight to that TP and just siege it down. And maybe, like, in this situation, you just cancel Stagecoach. And if the TP is still alive, like, once you have units out to defend it, then you queue it, but...
Yeah, looks like April canceled the 5 chance shipment. He's gonna train a batch from home, but... Yeah, I really hope, like you said, I hope that he canceled that Stagecoach. It's just not gonna pay off.
Maybe, no, never mind. I was gonna say maybe Kaiser will cancel it for him by killing the TP, but no, it's gonna finish before the TP falls. So
yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a waste. I mean, Kaiser might even take a TP himself now, seeing that.
Yeah, right. And if you're Dutch and you see the Stagecoach while you're sieging that TP, you must be really happy about it.
No, didn't get the pass.
That's unfortunate. Okay, so. Yeah.
Coin. Okay, so he's going to basically just go Jan Abyss, and maybe with 1,000 wood he can replace those TPs. But the Explorer, no.
No.
The Abyss should be here maybe to defend it.
I feel like if Otto can catch and kill this army, but it looks like these spikes would get away anyway. But if he could clean all that and get the Stagecoach back, then maybe would be in an alright position, as Dutch is only clicking up to the fortress age now. He had a 4th bank after
Yeah,
that push.
but Kaiser's added in one of the trading posts himself. And he's going to be training skirmishers probably on the way up to the next stage here, and killing that trading post is probably not going to be easy for September. Then again, maybe Kaiser's not going to make skirmishers super quickly. I think he bought wood for a stable, maybe just expecting like a falconet shipment or something, and doesn't really know that the 1,000 wood, 1,000 coin is currently the plan.
Yeah, exactly. Going for the forward TC as well. I'm not a huge fan of this TC placement. I kind of wish
Yeah,
April would just like rebuild that training post first and then go build that TC on the top, covering a mine and resources.
yeah, it doesn't cover a lot, but I mean, building it now while his explorer is there, it is going to give him a shipment point for this next shipment, so you can push a little bit faster, maybe. Um, Depends. I mean, do you think falconets are going to be the next shipment here, or maybe six Abus or something? Does he actually? Did he make an artillery foundry, or is he just? Okay, yeah. So he has an artillery foundry. It is going to be 6 Abus. I almost feel like he should just train Falks.
Yeah, I think so as well. I feel like you could, yeah, train 2, ship 2, and push, or even like train 2 or 3 and ship 8 Jans, upgrade the Jans, and go.
Yeah, sounds like it could be pretty strong, but if you can get a good Abus mass together, that'll be good as well. They do really well against skirmishers as they ignore the range resistance. But outmassing Dutch on skirmishers is going to be difficult.
Yeah, right. Ebus good unit, but it's really not easy to mass. Looks like this villager is gonna go down. But yeah, now Kaiser has information on the Ottoman unit composition. He knows it's gonna be mostly Janabus, so he's gonna
Ooh,
send 5 SR.
yeah, sieging this TP feels a bit risky as well. So putting your army in definitely a bit of a scary situation. But it seems like he has enough units for now. He's going to have the 6 Abus coming from his town center pretty soon. Maybe he can even call Minutemen.
I think the 6 Abus are already in this.
Are they already there? Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
He's got 5 more on the way because he had research veterancy as well. But yeah, this training post is gonna go down.
Yeah, it was a bit of a risk, but it paid off. Does manage to deny that. Gonna rebuild the second TP now. He did have to pay to ransom his explorer, but I guess that's fine. It's a good unit to have anyway.
Yeah, so this is kind of the part where Otto is gonna kind of slow down on the army masses, as we can see. On 25 years, just dropped that second TC, just rebuilding the TP, and he sent double crate shipment. So yeah, as a result of that, he's gonna get a pretty poor batch of Avus, and gonna go for two cannons, which makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah, definitely is going to need the 2 cannons to deal with the growing skirmisher mass. He needs to find a way to afford veteran Jans.
Yeah, I think yeah, he's dropping quite a lot of food. He's got both his training posts on food as well, but
I like the cheeky pike flank. Oh, why did it run away? I guess just doesn't want to risk losing them. He'll just come back and finish the house later. Or force a repair.
Probably during a fight, that'd be the best timing. But yeah, Skirmisher Hussars is gonna be the main composition for Kaiserklein. He knows that Otto just had the second TC and that he's only on 2 TP stagecoach, so probably doesn't feel hurried to take a fight. Oh yeah, actually calling Minutemen, okay.
He might be planning to go in with the Hussars here, the Minutemen coming from the side now. Oh, the Falconets overstepping just a little bit. Nice use of the formations there to get the Falconets to go behind the units.
But no veteran Janissaries though, so these cannons are gonna go down.
Yeah, he's also not really getting into melee mode with these Hussars, just shooting them. And yeah, both of them go down. The 4 Abus dropping all at once.
Oh. And yes, suddenly there's only H2 Giants left, and still a solid massive skirmisher for the Dutch player.
Yeah, I mean that army was no joke from Otto at all, and Kaiser just destroyed it.
Yeah, as you were mentioning, the cheeky bike raid at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like it did manage to kill off that one house, idles some vills, just
Force
like
Minutemen as well.
yeah, just making everything like awkward, annoying to deal with. You gotta waste your APM figuring out what to do with those vills, and meanwhile you're stacking 700 wood and don't have any way to spend it.
Yeah, and yeah, we can see that on the score. That's just spawning ahead at this point, and I feel like okay, 7 skirms is gonna be the shipment for Kaiser, but the only thing you're really afraid as Dutch right now would be either Spahis or Mamelukes, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
think... Oh, he sent 9 Reuters, okay, my bad.
Yeah, at this point, Kaiser's got to be feeling really comfortable. Just gonna get that nice, robust Skirmreuter composition. Make sure he doesn't die to Mamelukes or Spahi, as you were mentioning. So how do you get back into the game with April? Like, oh, just leaving a couple of Hussars up there, but the resources just totally in control of the game at the moment.
As Otto at this point, it's looking pretty tough. You don't even have like a solid eco to rely on. He's on 30 VOs, 2 TPs. He's gonna drop the
Yeah,
TC, I guess, because he was so mismacroed with that word. But I guess you could
yeah.
make cannons and pray for the best.
Cannons definitely sounds like a good option. I mean, like, you're not gonna mass enough Abyss to match this skirmisher count at this point. There we go, 1 Falconet in queue. So, yeah, it's gonna take about a minute to get that out. He's probably only gonna be able to get out 2 Falcons as well. Maybe 3 if he really trades all of his food. I mean, maybe that could buy some time. I mean, he's still on 3 TC. Only 28 Vils, but the longer the game goes, the more he'll start catching up.
Yeah, all the Dutch, 35 years and 5 banks in the back of that as well.
It's scary. Kaiser's gonna be shipping upgrades probably with these next cards. Like infantry combat, cavalry combat, getting cavalry caracal now. Probably already has counter infantry rifling, are going to be getting it soon, so.
He's already got it, yeah.
Yeah, how do you kill this army? I mean, you just gotta hope that the Falconets perform miracles and you can defend them from the Reuters, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like September will be able to save that Hunt Center for the time being, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kaiser just dropped an artillery foundry at some point. And yeah, as you were mentioning, send infantry combat and such. But yeah, infantry combat, getting the training post. Gonna get the pass on wood as well. And yeah, it's looking tricky for Otto because he just saved the TC, but he doesn't have quite a large army to push the Dutch player, but at the same time he has to make something happen, so
yeah,
he's just gonna push.
It's an annoying situation where you feel like you want to stall the game, but you also feel like you don't have an option except to push because like Dutch's army is just gonna get stronger.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna try to push. There is a culverin in queue for Kaiser. You can probably just afford to sack the bank and the market, and once the culve is out, you'll be able to just rebuild the bank and defend.
Yeah, also being so annoying. These 2 hussars still alive, killing some villagers.
Yeah, really good use of those hussars. One of them almost no HP. Oh, but the Falconet's overstepping, maybe? Okay. Nope, not quite.
Yeah, he's just not gonna take any risk. He could send some Reuters in. He's got the Caracal upgrade as well, and could make quick work of these cannons at the price of a few Reuters, but just gonna decide to wait for these 2 covering and play that safe.
Yep, and losing that bank is probably no problem. He's gonna be able to rebuild that instantly. He just instantly rebuilds it um, with the wood he had stacked. So
Yeah, he's probably also gonna get a good positioning with his corpse. Could bait the Giants forward with the Reuters, and yeah, one of the cannons gonna go down. And the score gap is just getting bigger and bigger for Dutch. 38 villages for Otto. I feel like he's got all the church upgrades. No, he's still missing one. So not booming as fast as possible, but
yeah, probably can't spare the 300 wood for that tech at this point.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so I wonder. I feel like he should just cancel these Abus maybe and just ship BAMs with this next shipment. He's got one Culve out. Okay. Not really gonna be super useful.
Yeah, it's quite enough. And oh, this core is getting stuck. Oh no, shooting on the Reuters as well. So he's gonna send 5 Colonial Hussar. This looked like a desperation shipment to me at this point.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any other options aside from Spahi or Mamelukes, which he can't afford.
Yeah.
I guess he's banking on getting out enough Abus to win eventually at this point, but that's gonna take a long time. They're pretty slow to train and they're quite expensive. And in the meantime, like Kaiser's probably gonna be able to take out this town center.
Yeah, and even these games with infantry combat rate quite alright versus veteran navys. And 5 Hussar for the snare and gonna get these gens into close quarter, but still this huge mess for the Dutch player, and considering infantry rifling is just so good.
Yeah, I think the Reuters by themselves, if you delete all those skirmishers, might actually be able to kill this army at this point. And yeah, just look at the splits on the skirmishers there, just killing
Wow.
tons of Janitaries.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so yeah, that Ottoman army is gone. This town center is probably gone. April's chances of winning this first game are probably gone. But I mean, he'll hold on for now. Losing the town center is like not a game-ending blow. How many vills are in there? But
I think he's got 3.
just
Yeah, he's
3,
got
okay.
4. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he's still on 44 VL. It feels like he just he just can't boom enough, because Dutch got the same number of VLs, but he's got 5 banks as well. And yeah, all the gens are dead, and there's 4 cannons for the Dutch player as well. And yeah, that's gonna spell the GG. Yeah, another textbook win by Kaiser with these early 8 pikes, skirmishers, and sieging TPs in tower.
Yeah, it feels like the plan was just a little bit too slow from September this game. Getting the stagecoach maybe at the wrong time, and then 1,000 wood, 1,000 coin just allows Dutch to have a lot of time. And I mean, really, like he still had a chance to win. Like he had a pretty scary army with the 2 Falcons at one point, but Kaiser just played really well, getting on top of the Falcons and then just like really clean micro, making sure his units are getting the most DPS and not overkilling, and just nuked everything.
Yeah, totally agree. Let's have a quick look on the post game. Well, Dutch being miles ahead in eco is not really surprising, as he didn't take any damage really early on. So was able to go to the Fortress Age with 4 banks, and yeah, Odo slowly trying to catch up with TPs and second TC, but yeah, wasn't really given the time to boom, so was also bleeding Vios like all the time to raids, to scum poking and such things, and yeah. Yeah, as you were mentioning, he had a pretty scary army at some point, 70 pop-up units, but just slightly losing this fight, and then Dutch being Dutch and being better than Otto at remassing units, and cases slowly working. his way to victory.
Yep, pretty clean game from him. Taking a quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah, so let's jump into game number 3. So I believe April
versus
has to. Okay, and April has to pick first, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I guess it could be India, actually. Oh, it's British versus Russia. Well, I got 50%.
Not a bad try. Okay, let me quickly fix the overlay. Russia. Where's that British flag? There we go. And on Grand Chaco as well. So
Don't
quite a
forget the
matchup.
more info.
Sorry.
The more info button.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
There we go.
And 2-mana start for British. Could have gone market, but decided to go for the 2 manas, which is also viable. Scouting on the side with some llamas. I assume Russia is doing exactly the same thing.
Around the exact same pawn, too. Oh, those llamas. I hope he's escorting those. Okay, it looks like he probably is, or... Oh, no. Trying to sneak them around the edge of the map. Kaiser's there to take them, so... I wonder if
yeah.
Kaiser noticed that that they were not neutral when he stumbled across them. Because if he did, then he'd know that September's in the area, and maybe to avoid starting some of these treasures. Looks like he's escorting them home, so he must be aware.
Right, and that's kind of the perfect start for Russia, right? He's gonna get hunting dogs, and no matter what will happen, he will have 4 llamas, so you can just eat them and basically not get any idle time.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you were mentioning, probably aware that April could be in the area, so he's gonna slowly scout around that treasure to see if it's clear, and yeah, ready for takeoff, and gonna crack shot that first block gunner. September didn't stick around for too long, went on the other side of the map to get some scouting potential done, and it doesn't look like he spotted the 2 llamas. We remove Fog of War quickly. No. So there's still 4 llamas on the map, being free to be picked.
Yeah, looks like he'll come across those pretty soon. Gonna stop to grab a treasure along the way.
Yeah, and 100 food for Russia plus the llamas is gonna be. It's gonna feel so good for his H1 getting that hunting dogs, all these llamas, 100 food.
Yeah, like it used to feel good to get an Idolus age up with 14 vills with Russia in the past, but if you can do Idolus now when the villagers train 2 seconds faster, like you're just gonna be up 6 seconds faster than before. Have those 5 Cossacks up faster, so
Yeah,
it looks like it's not gonna be Idolus for him. So
no, he won't. The sacrifice being that market early on. But he should get a pretty smooth early H2 as a result of that, and can get like instant early H2 steel traps if he decides to go for it, or being more aggressive. But yeah, both players aging. April gonna get some herding done. It looks like it's got quite a lot of food around this base. It's that starting hunt, second one there, third and fourth.
yeah, these are definitely some good looking hunts. If he can secure the one next to the pond later on, he'll be in a pretty good spot. Like maybe he just draws a wall from that pond to his base later on, and then he's pretty happy. It's like it's a bit hard to control the map with Russia because of just how many resources are on the sides. You put your blockhouse in the middle, and there's these obstacles in the way, like the ponds and the native TPs, and like Brits can kind of just expand to the sides and wall and try and hold on that way. But still a tough matchup for Russia, even or for British, sorry, even despite that advantage on this map. Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Kaiser losing the treasure. What a noob.
I know, right? Easy win for September. And yeah, as we were mentioning, that blockhouse placement is actually really good in my opinion. Just literally denying that hunt in front if April doesn't hurt everything on time.
Hmm.
And yeah, both players are gonna age up literally at the same time. Stable being dropped by the
Oh,
British player.
that's a very forward stable.
That outpost location. Ah, I really wished he placed it there, or maybe a bit
So I
more on the
mean,
bottom. But it's not a bad
these
outpost placement either.
yeah, I mean these buildings are a bit exposed. Um, but if they do get sieged, at least he won't be underneath the TC like idling his vills. He'll still be able to gather resources and maybe just build a new military building behind it. But yeah, the stable is definitely going to be a bit hard to defend. Kaiser getting a lot of extra damage on it as well.
Yeah, there's
I
only one
wonder
villager building it.
it's still within TC range, right? There's no way that's outside TC
I
range.
really hope for September that it is. Yeah, I mean, these musketeers are in a range, for sure.
Well, Hussar's in queue. He's kind of idled all his vills in this TC. So he's probably not going to get out very many, but
He's
yeah, I wonder
eating the
if
llamas
Kaiser.
to the best pop possible, but he's supposed to call Minutemen, and that's never a good sign. And yeah, I mean, Kaiser is just gonna snare them and go away and be really happy about that trade.
Yeah, I wonder if he follows this up. I mean, I expect Kaiser to just follow it up with 700 wood because it's the safe thing to do, but he could follow it up with 4 Cossacks and just try to brute force that stable down.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be the 4 Cossack option. Um, and second blockhouse is gonna go up as well. Did he already? No, he didn't send 700 wood just yet. I guess he chopped a bit for that second blockhouse, or found a treasure or something. Yeah, for Cossack, another batch of Russian musketeers, and yeah, it's gonna be go time. Go time. Just after that, April dropping an in-base barracks as well. And gonna follow up 700 wood with 600 wood. He repaired that stable though, so not gonna be in danger. Sending to Hussar for raid as well.
Yep, that's definitely the right thing to do with those Hussars. They're not going to be very useful at home in such low numbers.
Commandment, yes.
But yeah, here we go.
Hussars.
There's just no units here, so the stable is definitely going to go down.
Yeah. Sonny to Hussar, Minutemen are literally on 1 HP. And the second rank's being dropped by September, but he didn't train any musketeer just yet.
Yes.
One village is gonna go down. And a second one. And being forced to send these 2 Hussar sent raiding back in the DC to defend, and I mean, Russia is already ahead in score. That's just really not a good sign for the British player. Took a lot of damage, got idle, and can't really get any infantry out on the field just yet. And look at these hunts. Everything is just being denied there. Yeah, not really looking good for the British. Being forced to send 6 musketeers as well just to defend.
Yeah, it's really this hunt that's the problem. The blockhouse and the Russian army are just in the perfect spot to prevent him from gathering like comfortably. And he could maybe try to fall back to the hunt like by the native trading post on the other side, but that's so far away.
Yeah, it's also not
it's
safe
both-
at all.
Yeah, it's both hard to defend, and you've got to idle your villagers to walk all the way over there and not
Yes.
train any units in the meantime, so...
Yeah, It's also, yeah, he's on 27 vills, 80 mana pop. He didn't send 5 villagers and didn't get any raining done on Russia. So I feel like just Russia has more eco than Brits already. Yeah, 26 vills. Plus the wood trickles. That's already better than what the British has. And it looks like Kaiser is just gonna age up, stacking resources, sending 700 coin, and I don't see British punishing that at all.
Yeah, like, he doesn't have the army to push into these two blockhouses. And yeah, once Kaiser is up, two Falcons are going to be really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, a bit short of coin, but I assume he's just gonna sell some food. And yeah, just being annoying with these Cossacks, but that's gonna be a good catch for April, so that could be the beginning of something.
Yeah, that's a really nice pick, getting basically 3 Cossacks for free. Just the right time too, as Kaiser is aging.
Yeah. April's been making so many hussars, but didn't really make any musketeers with these two barracks just yet. And gonna follow up with 700 coin himself.
Yes.
Yep, probably not going to be planning to age with that one though. Just going to be making more units. Really doesn't have the food to age.
Yeah, and
I wonder what he does when he sees the age up from Kaiser. Does he try to just push immediately, or does he try to follow him up? Maybe he just tries to set up a trap or something.
yeah, tough call. I feel like raiding is definitely good at this point. Trying to like deny Russia the ability to get veteran musketeers.
Yeah, for
And
sure. And if you look at where Kaiser's hunts are, like he's not going to be able to gather food very easily with this going on.
yeah, it's gonna use two villages as well. And yeah, his next hunt is either there or on the side as well. And but yeah, two cannons are gonna pop probably from these blockhouses as Kaiser's army is marching around them. And yeah, just gonna try to put the pressure on, scouting with a few Cossacks as well.
Yeah,
And
veteran must be in queue as well. Probably going to finish shortly after he gets into the base.
yeah, and he probably is trying to go to the fortress age. He just clicked up, and once again, just like that previous game between Germany and China, as soon as September is clicking up, Kaiser is showing up and just putting the pressure on.
Yeah, it's a tough call though. Like you kind of have to try and age some in this situation. Like, how do you kill those Falcons? Like, he's got so many muskets. You don't have anything that can kill the muskets. But it's going to take a long time with British.
Yeah, so this table is gonna go down. This market will go down, and if September doesn't do anything, then this TC will probably go down before he can reach the fortress age. Or just after, as Kaiser will probably try to brute force it down. So yeah, no more stable. The only unit he can train are musketeers at this point, and he's almost housed as well.
Yeah, this is looking like a really strong push. Kaiser packing up his cannons though. Maybe just going to reposition.
Yeah, the cannons has been targeted by the town center for a while, so it's quite low HP as well. Did Kaiser build a church for XP at some point? No, he did not. Could have trained the priest, I guess. But yeah, patrolling around with these Cossacks, and he's gonna once again play it slow. Not try to like throw his army to a trap, and gonna go with 1000 wood. I assume he's gonna get a lot of map control with that. Probably not a refinery, a town center perhaps. And oh no, all these hussars are dead. Okay, April is just gonna back off.
Yeah, nice blocking by Kaiser there, really preventing the Hussars from getting on top. If he'd managed to get to the Falcons, like might have been in a decent position, but
Yeah, so they got some hussars left alive, but still gonna try the raid. But guys are just pulling away, and a stable being added by the Russian.
oh, Prichnik soon.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good addition for sure.
Those are not fun to deal with when you're behind.
And especially when you don't have dragoons type units on the field.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel
cavalry
like
archers, it's gonna be.
September's only hope at this point is that his Phalanx basically managed to kill Kaiser's Phalanx for free, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And oh no, okay,
No,
one falconet going down.
he wasn't watching.
Oh, that's a good formation trade though. So yeah, they're both gonna trade cannons basically, but Russia has more infantry and Cossacks are raiding at the same time.
Yeah, there's just so many units here.
Wow, another great trade from the Russian player. Even doing the Lord Raphael trick. And yeah, British is gonna send 9 musketeers, keep training some, trying to basically, get at least as many musketeers as what Russia can do, but having actually better one. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kaiser is just hiding threads, and yeah, he is. 10 threads being queued, veteran C, and 19 being shipped, and transitioning to cavalries as well. And that's just going to be another problem for Brits to deal with. He's being completely pushed out of resources, and soon he will have disadvantage with the unit composition as well. The eco situation, though, being quite similar for both players, but Russia slowly outscaling due to his good rating and yeah, veteran threats now.
Yeah, maybe if he buys enough time to get out like 3 or 4 Phalanx, but Kaiser's just pushing in, and yeah, that's just gonna be GG.
Yeah, quite the one-sided game. I feel like
Yeah,
Kaiser
just
just
from the start, it felt like September kind of put himself in a rough situation with the forward stable. And the outpost wasn't really next to the stable to help defend it either. And yeah, it was defending a hunt, but it looked like that hunt ran out very quickly. So
yeah, as a result of that was idle, couldn't raid, was losing a few vehicles as well. I wasn't able to boom early on, and Russia is just so good at this game, especially if you cannot boom them as raids early on, then Russia will just get more stuff than you, and just deny your hunts, and then it's really tough. A good effort
yeah,
though with the raiding and trying to age up, but yeah, it wasn't quite enough.
yeah, it was a really nicely timed age up from Kaiser actually. A lot of Russian players would just stay in H2 basically until the end of the game, but he found the right moment to do it and really like took advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's gonna be 3-0 for Kaiserklein, and I believe Kaiser has to pick first for this next game. Let's jump into game number 4.
That's Florida. It's got to be France.
There's a seat reset after game 4, right?
No, you can just play any civ. He could pick Germany again if he wants.
Oh, okay.
You can play it at any time, yeah. But yeah, it's going to be France versus Japan. I feel like we've seen Kaiserklein play this matchup so many times in every tournament. And the thing is, like, it's not it's like a matchup that I think he usually wins, but it never feels like it's easy to win. Um, so maybe this could be the start of the reverse sweep.
Yeah, it's just reminds me that I am Turk meme, you know, like beating Kaiser in every series at least once with Japan, you know, and
Yeah,
April being down like 3-0. All right, fuck it, I'm pulling the old Japan.
yeah. Japan's been nerfed a bit though on I don't remember if it was this patch or the patch prior to this one, but their shrines are um like quite a bit less HP and they die quite quickly now. So it's I'm not sure like how strong Japan is at the moment.
Okay, I see. Just perhaps that could open up more kind of expo pike strategy being even more viable for France.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably also quite a big nerf to like Kami Japan, even though we don't see that much these days. It's still a really good map to do it. But yeah, it looks like Kaiser is going for a 12-10 and got the middle TP, getting really early 3 CDBs as well. It's going to be for 145. And yeah, just get some extra livestock for them, ready to be eaten. So yeah, 12-10 still definitely viable on this map for France. Oh, sorry, I need to switch players to have a UI. And Japan at the same time, the other party is consulate and gonna send 3 fishing boats in each one.
Yep, pretty normal stuff overall.
Is there any way to like use that market start for Japan on Florida? Some kind of way
Um,
you could like market trade and like buy wood or something.
yeah, I think it's probably worth it to mine like 25 gold and just buy 100 wood for an extra shrine. Or you can just get the I don't did you get the first food upgrade? It doesn't look like it.
I
There we go.
don't think it
He
is.
just bought did he just buy 100 food? I think he just bought 100 food.
Oh, yeah, because he had a lot of coin, right? And then suddenly his coin being dropped.
Yeah, so it's going to be aging up a little bit more quickly with that. Um,
Ooh, Torrigate as well.
yeah, I think that's decent actually, because a lot of the time when you try to age with Japan, you idle your TC a little bit. Whereas like buying this 100 food to age, like he's going to be a little bit faster and he's not really going to idle his TC. It's almost like getting like half a bill or something, but and he's going for Tory, so the time actually matters on
That
this
divine
ace run.
strike though, 90 damage. But yeah, tier forward CDB for Kaiserklein and the Torrigate for Japan. So both players are gonna age extremely quickly, and we might see a really aggressive build order from both players actually. And April is
Yeah,
gonna see the two CDBs with these orchard.
yeah, it looks like Kaiser is going for that double racks like crossbow play where you just stand under the TC and idle as much as possible. But I don't think he's identified the Tory gates yet. Maybe he'll get caught off guard. I wonder if September will reveal the samurai as soon as he hits the second age, or maybe he'll try and keep it hidden and maybe keep it on the side and try to come in for like a snare when he gets 10 ashy and there's 10 bows on his base or something.
Yeah, that could be the play. He knows for sure that Kaiser didn't scout his wonder. Meanwhile, he knows that Kaiser is going for double racks, so it has to be crossbow pike. And no, he's gonna go for 4 villages first, actually.
Okay.
So I assume he's gonna start Yumi's. That make a lot of sense.
Well, he switched some vills over to the coin mine now. Um,
4
yeah, I'm
villages of
not
coin.
sure, not sure what unit he's going to be going for yet, but This feels like it's going to be a bit hard to hold now.
Yeah,
Units are slower, and he's not going to have as many. Kaiser's second batch is probably going to be another 10 bows, and then it's a bit tough. Yeah, you're
and
right. This is going to be the Yumi archers.
yeah, it's gonna be Yumi, but 4 village first though, so he can't rely on 600 wood crates to get that first batch of Yumi. Which means that if he gets idle, then he will really struggle to get decent batches out, as you were mentioning.
Yeah. Where did his export go? Did he just get the 3 fishing boats? Oh wait, no, sorry. He aged with Tory Gates, so he doesn't have as much export. Never mind.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna put some 9 villages in the TC and try to use that Yumi range as much as possible. Samurai in cover mod, taking some damage.
Yeah, actually doing a pretty good job of deflecting this. Not idling all of his vills, just enough to force the bows away, and that actually worked out a lot better than I was expecting it to. I thought the bows were going to be into the base kind of before September had any units, but the second batch is huge.
Oh god. And 3 houses on the way as well. And the Kaiser is going like that's the most aggressive build you can do, right? 700 wood, a lot of crossbows, and send 3 hussars as well.
Yeah.
And he's trading pretty well with these crossbows as well.
10.
Yeah, with a Togathon as well, yeah.
But Minutemen pop, this is actually going okay. Like a lot of those crossbows are pretty low HP. The town center is doing work here. Those Yumi can kite a little bit out of range if they want to.
He's only got one left though.
Yeah, a lot of the crossbows are low HP. Maybe it could be weak for divine strikes, but there's more crossbows coming. Those 3 hussars are going to be here soon, as you were mentioning.
Oh,
And
he's got
all the
Mysterios. What? How did he get that? Did he send 300 export?
he must have.
Yeah, he did.
Preparado.
I mean,
Yeah,
these
there's-
guys are like barely better than regular crossbow.
Yeah, just 10%, right?
Yeah,
But,
have like 1 more attack and 10 more HP.
But he's doing a good job. Like, the Yumis are still alive.
Yeah, he cleaned up all the crossbows somehow.
He already used his sentries already, and the hussars are here. 5 Ashy are in queue now. I mean, we gotta remember that behind this, Kaiser hasn't shipped 4 CDBs, so he's not doing this for free. And he's not really killed any vills, like he's not done any lasting damage, but...
Yeah, a lot of idle time, but...
40 shrine pop is not where you want to be, and it's a lot harder to build shrines than it is to ship 4 CDBs, so...
Yeah, true, but as we can see, pretty poor batch of crossbow coming up now, because... Yeah, Kaiser is sending CDBs, but it's kind of running out of steam. That's what happened when you send crates to get like a lot of infantry, and then you send a military shipment, then your follow-up is just not as good as it could be. And Havash is popping, gonna chase these crossbows. And all in all, I feel this game is like quite even. Both players send Veers now. Oh, these ashes are gonna die though.
Yeah,
This Hussar should be just enough to snare them.
It was a bit ambitious to chase those crossbow for sure. Yeah, I would say like fairly even, but probably advantage to Kaiser right now. Like he's got more military, he's got map control, he's kind of restricted the shrines. September's maybe skipped some villagers on this idle time as well.
Yeah, it probably did. Also, he went for like 300 export, 5 ashes, not sending 5 Yumi, so it's going really heavy on military shipment just to hold. And yeah, as we're mentioning, 40 out of 40 population space, so he's popped now.
Yeah, he can't even afford those Yumis. He has to cancel those probably and make a shrine. He's still got these 4 sheep in base he could use, I guess.
Yeah, even had to cancel 1 Yumi just to be able to drop that shrine, but should be a good shrine though with 4 sheeps on it. So yeah, 29 Veers for Japan, 25 for France, and yeah, Kaiser even having some pikemen.
Yeah, he was looking for shrines, and then he was like, "Oh, I guess he just doesn't have any."
Yeah, he just doesn't have any exactly. He could have some, you know, on the back of his base. They're rather safe, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, Kaiser's just gonna follow this up with an age up. Maybe get some falconets and skirmishers, and It's going to be tough. I mean, September definitely can't follow him up to the next stage in any meaningful time frame. So
Yeah, you would have to like send blind 600 coin without knowing if France is staying H2 or not, and could dive T5 herself. But he's got like basically full Yumi, and yeah, he has to push, but he just doesn't know it. So he's dropping one more shrine. Just really struggling with pop space right now. Got decent economy, but yeah, and Kaiser should be up now. Yeah, he is, and he's even training musketeers just in case September was adding Naggies. So it looked like a good hold to me, but then again not really, because he had to send 2 military shipments and plus the 300 exports. So yeah, September is gonna push. He's just like really gambling, because if there was like 5 hours or something, you would just be dead right now.
yeah,
But
look at that. He's like, okay, I'll just shoot it once, and he's like, well, what if he has Hussars? I'll leave. But
yeah, just crossing his mind suddenly. But yeah, now he's gonna see Kaiser to the Fortress Age, and
yeah, so
Sangiev have gang too strong here.
yeah. So how do you do this? I guess you just resign. I guess. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with the Falconet push is going to be a nightmare. So you're going to lose that consulate, that market, and you're probably just going to be relying on your town center fire to clear out the Falcs. You don't have
Yeah.
he doesn't have a stable up right now, right? Or does he?
I don't think he does. He's also popped, so he has to like make one more shrine, drop that stable.
Yeah, it's just too far behind. It's going to take too much time to build an army that can fight, let alone in the Second Age. So yeah, really clean play from Kaiser. I see someone mentioning that he's undefeated so far in this tournament. Didn't like yeah, really just like making smart decisions, like doesn't overcommit, really keeps control of the game, and yeah, I'm a bit scared now for the semifinals.